Hey, welcome back, everybody, to our series, first week of our series called Be Humble. And through this series, we're going to be talking about how we can be confident and humble, just like Jesus was. Jesus, who was God in human form, came to earth as a humble servant. Didn't come as a great king with many armies and much money. He was a carpenter's son. And he changed the world so much that our timeline is based on it, AD and BC, right? So I think that just looking at that shows how big of an impact Jesus has had on the world. And if you ask a believer, they're going to have their own story on the impact that Jesus has had on their lives. But where does being confident and humble play into all this stuff that I'm talking about? Well, have you ever played a game against somebody and you're like, after you win, you're like, we annihilated you. You didn't stand a chance, right? I know I've been there. I don't know about you and your family, but me and my family, we're super competitive. We like to win. We play against each other and all kinds of stuff, especially Mario Kart. And when we're playing these games, we can get competitive, but there's a way to be confident in your ability to win while still remaining humble. And I think that a lot goes into this, because when we think of pride, we think of being prideful. Well, there's a difference between having pride in something, which means it has value, and being prideful, which is being full of arrogance and feeding off of the things that make others feel bad but make you feel good, right? So to be humble and confident in those times, what matters most? Us winning? I don't think so. What others say, how good we are, the value that we feel we get from that. And that's where I think the key point is when other people say, oh, you're so good at this, it brings value to us. But once that's all stripped away, what's left? I'll tell you what God says about us. God says that we are greatly loved, that we're created in his image, that we're created with a purpose. And we get to be used by God in amazing situations. And people see that. And people are like, why is he so humble? Why is he so joyful? How can he be so confident all the time? And in these moments, we are able to share what God has done for us. So when we create an attitude of humility, we can create a change in the world that surrounds us, because people will see that humility and they will value that. So take pride in your humility, because remember, when we take pride in something, we have value. We're not being prideful about our humility. So as you head into this week, take pride in being humble. Take pride in lifting others up. You know, in James, it says, humble yourselves before the Lord and he will lift you up. When we're humble, God is able to pick us up and use us. He's able to lift us up into positions of leadership where we can lead others to lead confidently and humbly in their lives. So as you go into this week, find ways that you can be humble at home, at school, and around your teammates. Take care, everybody.